MEP, West Midlands, UKIP.
Bill, the West Midlands PCC, David Jameson, has been commenting on your calls for reinstating the death penalty and a referendum on reinstating the death penalty, which you'd be in favour of. And he says he's surprised you want to make the UK more like the likes of Iran and Saudi Arabia. What do you say to that?
I think it's a typically fatuous and pathetic comment from a man who doesn't understand what the people who actually vote and he's supposed to represent in this region actually need and require from their law enforcement and from justice. It's a great shame that he's not prepared to properly engage in debate, and then instead he goes to these silly comments. I mean, it really doesn't do anyone any good except making him look rather foolish.
Isn't he pointing out that most Western countries now have ditched the death penalty, and it is the likes of Iran and Saudi Arabia and China that still pursue it?
And the United States.
Although increasingly states in the United States are dropping the death penalty.
Yeah, indeed they are, but I'm not suggesting to bring back wholesale, this isn't going to be a big deal. I'm not saying that every murder should immediately come forward with a death penalty. What I'm talking about is, as part of the toolkit that a judge should have for the very, very worst cases, for the really sadistic, evil cases, I'm sure we can all think of many over the years where we've thought, well, actually perhaps life imprisonment really isn't fitting the bill for this particular one. It could be a very rare and exceptional case that it happens in, and I wouldn't be expecting it to happen very often at all. I'd just like it to be there. But what's more, I'd like the people to have a vote. And if we put this to a referendum, which is actually the settled policy of UKIP, it's been glossed over in the past by people who didn't necessarily want to talk about it, but we are a party of direct democracy. This is something that splits parties and splits opinion and has done for decades. All I'm saying is, let's have a discussion, a sensible one, not like the kinds of Mr. Jameson's comments, but a sensible discussion, and let the people decide. If they decide that it's a no-go, it's put to bed forever. If they decide that it's something we need to go into, then it's there as a tool in the bag for the judges, no more.